Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love. Happy holidays. I still have the earworm.
You do?
I have an Andy Williams, the song that I hate the most. I have an earworm. I have an earworm for it, and it won't go away.
Mike, let me first, though, just congratulate you, because as a DJ, I appreciate the fact you did not do the story of how much the 12 days of Christmas would cost.
Well, that's the equivalent of going out to the airport on the day before Thanksgiving.
Exactly. You showed marvelous restraint.
It's a little late in the O'Mara household today, and anybody that is a regular commuter can relate to this, that 5 minutes, when you're talking about 7:30, 8, 5 minutes can make a difference in the style of driver that you see. And I'm here to tell you that the 10 of 8 group is different than the 20 of 8 group.
Yeah.
And to the Tesla left-hand turn driver that was in an effing coma, I would like to say, enjoy the rest of your clueless, stupid day, just sleepwalking through your life. That's just it. I was running late today.
An autopilot.
Yeah. My day is so regimented that when I am 5 minutes off, it gives me great consternation.
Yeah.
I am a creature of habit. But anyway, welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. It is December. We have an official cold snap down here. We are winding down the year in the O'Mara household. We are planning. We are excited. There are packages for my son scattered about.
That's
Mrs.
so
O'Mara,
sweet.
I believe I've ordered something for Mrs. O'Mara.
Is he peeking around? Do you have to hide them?
He has not gotten, because he's so intense with school right now and flag football, which I was the disinterested parent last night. I dropped him off and went to the PGA Superstore and then picked him up an hour and 40,
So it's not regimented like
later.
the Pop Warner where you have to be there.
No, you're not required, and so you're not required, and I know what he does. He plays defense in flag football, and I don't really relate to the other dads now. And as Carla said, because they're getting older and you're getting older, I'm not sure I like the sound of that, but, still a little bitter for his playing time, and so I dropped him off, said, go have fun, go do what you want. I don't say anything to him. But I drop him off, and then I see the three dads from the same neighborhood, shoulder to shoulder. How you doing? And, I don't know. Do I sound bitter? Maybe I am. No. Maybe I am a little bit.
There's a theme.
You sound like it's
What's the theme? What's the theme? Happy holidays?
Yeah,
Yeah,
holiday time.
Anytime you feel like you're on the outside.
Yeah. Which is most of my life.
Yes.
No one likes to be on the outside looking in, Mike.
You go to the PGA Superstore.
Yeah. You're an insider there.
Do you please turn it off? Now it's official. It will be with
Can't
me.
we just get to your favorite lyric?
All right, here's the laziest. It's the hook.
Yeah, I know.
It's the hook.
Here we go.
And Santa Claus is coming round. The Christmas snow is white on the ground. When old Santa gets into town, he'll be coming down the chimney down.
Stupid lyric.
Coming
God,
down
that
the
makes
chimney
me angry.
down.
Yeah.
Why? Michael, what's wrong? I have to
He'll
have a
a
brief
great
conversation.
Big pack upon his back.
Yeah. It's like they smoked a doob, went into the writer's room and said, here it is. And then they went, yeah, that'll work. That is the best example.
Do you think Andy sparks up too?
Sure, of course. Do you think the sweater, Christmas tree, golf shirt under the sweater, wholesome family man, that was never the same. Glenn Campbell was one of the greatest examples of that. And the funny thing, Don Rickles was outed him on one of the great Tonight shows of all time, where he comes out here, is like, my mother climbing a mountaintop. Backstage, he's like, let's get broads, which was true about Glenn Campbell.
Andy Williams was married to Claudine Longet, who shot somebody.
Now
right?
we were doing
You ruined
Andy
it.
Williams and then Claudine. You go with the you go too far. You go too far. No one.
You're
no
crabby today. You're crabby.
No one
Who
knows.
is Claudine Champay?
No, Longet. She was married to Andy Williams.
What is she famous for?
She
Movies.
was, I believe, a moderate actress who I think shot somebody. Let me bring it up.
What
Because,
year?
I mean,
That's
when-
right. Okay, so now you spiced it up. Now I'm listening.
Well, that's what
now
I
I'm
said
paying
before.
attention.
That's what I said before.
She shot someone. She did shoot somebody.
Yeah.
Didn't she shoot a lover or something?
I'm finding it right now.
Claudine Champay.
She was married. She was most popular in the 60s and 70s. She
Right.
was married to Andy Williams. She was born in Paris. Oh, The Arrest and Trial.
Okay.
Here we go. She fatally shot her boyfriend, Olympic skier Vladimir Sabich, known as
Why
the
am I
Spider.
laughing? Well, God, why am I laughing?
And
Why
that
is
was
that the first
Mike,
moment?
that was in
Fatally
1976. Yeah.
Fatally.
She said the gun discharged accidentally after the Spider was showing her how it worked.
What was her boyfriend's name? Was it
Vladimir Spider Sabich.
Savage,
maybe, yeah.
Vladimir.
Spider
S-A-V-I-C-H.
Savage,
Yeah.
like
Well,
a famous downhill skier,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
super famous.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I found out all this information about Spider on a website.
Oh, God.
All right.
It's the holiday season.
Mac, did you get that?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh.
Shut up, Matt.
There we go.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it. I did not like it. My God.
That is so painful to hear because Mac is a Rob Mobber.
Right.
No, he's not.
I
don't
do
think-
like.
I don't
I
think
like
he really
puns. I enjoy puns.
Yeah.
I did.
Everyone
that was
does.
Not.
Everyone does. Everyone loves the pun.
Did you say interweb or internet?
Internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't.
No, he
get
said
the-
website.
Oh, I said
he said
website.
website.
Oh,
Yeah,
website.
You were there.
Because
yes.
it was Spider.
I was here. I was there for the show.
No, so was Rob. I
I'm
said
here.
it.
I'm here for the show. So
I did not like it.
So we wind down. We're winding down to the holiday season, and I don't know how we got on the subject of Andy Williams, other than it sticks in my brain, and I'll hopefully get rid of it. Here's the thing with me. Halloween is a wonderful holiday, but Thanksgiving is the peak of holiday season for me. And then after that, even though I'm really, really excited about having a 10-year-old, when the whole family's under the roof at Thanksgiving, that's when it's really special for me.
So it's all downhill from here.
I have to ramp it up. I'm not a New Year's person.
Oh, I know.
But Christmas, Carl and I have kind of made an arrangement. I am still a child. So when you're looking at me and you're telling me that we don't need to bother, like Rob and Carrie have done for years for various holidays, you don't need to buy me anything.
Yeah.
No,
And
I can't
I'm not
do that.
buying you that.
No.
My inner child gets, that means I'm selfish. I'm not. I'm happy about getting my child things, but Carla takes care of that mostly. And then I'll
In the
buy
grand
like.
scheme of things, Mike, how does the holiday season stack up against birthday season?
It's a good question.
I think
you.
it's a push, considering the gifts you've received.
Well, no,
Yeah.
because in birthday season,
Because I've never seen anything. Birthday season, he gets his kids. He's
Well, you're
paid for like 30 years.
I
birthday
appreciate you.
season, you're being celebrated as yourself. On Christmas, you're celebrating the birth of another baby named Jesus. But birthday
Oh, now
season, is more
now
about
you're
us.
manufacturing here. No, we're talking about being selfish.
Well, that's nothing
And
wrong with that.
Oscar and I share a
Yeah,
love of stuff,
yeah.
which means that it would be
Buy me stuff.
even if it was not expensive stuff. I don't care.
Well,
I like stuff, and I
I
never
love
get
stuff.
stuff.
My
I
house is a
don't
testament to the
need-
fact I love stuff as much
Yeah,
as
but
anybody.
you don't get
Yeah, but
anything from anybody. You get it
guys
all for
quit
yourself.
the holidays a long time ago.
No, not so. We
What
don't-
happened last year?
last year? In what way? We got each
I
other
thought
great
you guys
gifts.
decided not to get each other gifts.
Yeah, but we always do. You know, it always happens. And
Well,
then-
you don't ever recap that with us. It's always like sadness from you.
Well, I was. sad
What'd you get
year.
last year that was so great?
Last year, I got a pair of Elvis sunglasses, the real kind, the kind that have
The
metal
real
frames.
kind.
Mike, not
The real kind.
not the gimmicky kind that you get at Graceland, not the plastic kind, like real
I love you
Elvis
so much.
glasses.
I
Hold on,
love
I'll
you
get
so
them for you.
much.
I'll
The
show
real
you.
You're such
kind.
a simpleton.
The
Yeah,
real
well, you know
kind.
what? Happiest man on earth, right?
You
Okay.
are. You really are.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
hold tight. I'm going to
Sure.
get the Elvis.
Thank
glasses.
you.
We'll go with that.
Remember when he
Anyway.
had a fantastic Christmas and he got real Elvis?
Real Elvis sunglasses.
He's probably right. We're the curmudgeons.
Yeah, but I'm an easy sell.
I am too. I sent that link for the
I'm real
85-inch
easy.
television to my wife. Do you think she pulled the trigger on the $4,000 off that television? There's no effing chance. 0.0.
I have
It's
to
a
take
too
the
high
tag
ticket.
off them, Mike, because I've not even worn them. They're on my Elvis shelf. Hold on.
What's the point of having them if you're not
Because
going
you
to wear
can
them?
see them on the Elvis shelf.
Oh my God,
There we go.
this guy.
Huh? Right?
They look
So
like
it's just
regular
it's
fake
just
Elvis
another,
sunglasses.
To add to your hoarding collection. It's
Yeah.
not anything you can use.
What's so great about them?
Turn sideways. That's what you have to do to show the. That's
They?
they've got the little holes in the.
Yeah.
Are they made out of metal and
arms.
not plastic? Is that what's great?
exactly. And glass
Can you hold them
lenses?
up to the camera a little bit? Can you take them
Yeah,
off
the
and hold
the
them
little
up?
things.
Now turn it sideways, please.
See?
They still look.
There they
They
are.
still
That's
look-
the distinctive look. See the holes
Yeah.
in the side?
Yeah, I see the sides.
Hey
And
man,
I got some
like-
records. My kids got me some records, which was great.
You remember what you got?
Of course.
What records? Really mean the world to
Actually,
you.
my dad got me a 3 LP McCartney set that was a rare, a limited release. And I think Julia got me a Sinatra LP on blue vinyl, which was nice. And I can't
You
remember.
realize it's like a random Thursday for most adults?
Well, you know
Like
what?
what you're discussing right now? Christmas is supposed to be about love and
It was?
major market retail.
I loved my gifts, and then it was off to mass. And it was great.
gonna do
was
the rest of
not.
the
This
show
man
with
is
those on?
lying.
What's that?
Are you going to do the rest of the show with those on?
I think so.
I think it's fine. I think it's
Thank you.
a good selling point with
Mike, let me ask you this.
Ask away. I'm here. I'm ready.
And we don't need to read ahead for anything we have planned. but
Okay.
If somebody bought you a pair of sunglasses for a man who loses sunglasses every other month.
I'm
Well,
working
Mike has been
so-
better about it.
Stop.
Okay.
Mouth. I am being so careful. I got a cheap pair. I mean, cheap as you can get.
Yes.
From a discount website for the good ones.
Mm.
And I got 2 pairs of good ones. And I thought I had lost one of the pairs already. And it's one of my best pairs I've had. And I am so careful now. And I'm looking everywhere. And I said, as careful as I am, I still have lost them. And I look all day yesterday. I've got the hard case that they go in the
do.
car. In the car, they go off of my head and into the hard case, and then
Okay.
there's a hard case
Great.
in my golf bag.
Yes.
Where the ones I wear out there come out of the hard case and go back in. And I am being meticulous. And yesterday, gone. All day, gone. Running around, gone. Dealing with the air conditioning repair guy. Going to pick my son up. Going to get my car serviced at a wonderful aftermarket place because I'm not going to the dealership. It is fantastic. But I can't find them. I cannot find. And then last night, I'm sitting down. Finally, at the end of the day, I get a protein bar, I get a liquid IV. I'm getting ready to put my ass in the chair, and I hear, Dad! I'm like, and the response I gave, I love my son more than anything in the world. The response he got this, what? And then I looked down as I said, what? And there they are. They're just sitting there. They were there next to me in the place I spend more time in my home all day. So I've got both pairs. I like sunglasses. That's
Now,
okay.
do you have
That
the
was
thing in your car? Do you have a built-in thing in your car where you can
am
keep
trying
them?
to move. Listen, Mouth. I am trying to move back to Oscar's original question. That's all
right.
I'm trying to do. All you have to do is focus just a tiny bit on the rhythm of the show, and take the sunglasses off. You can't concentrate with them on. You're not concentrating on the rhythm
you
of
look
the show.
like a guy should have a sign in front of his yard at this point. So
Yeah, a sign in front of his yard that says, I have a great Christmas every year.
this man is lying.
Yeah, he is so lying. so lying.
Do you
Go
have
ahead,
wearing-
live your fantasy. I'm the most
Are you wearing a
Christmassy guy.
doily around your neck? What are you wearing around
no,
your
it's
neck?
a T-shirt under a sweater.
Oh,
No, it's
if you're going, all right. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what?
If you're going to wear a T-shirt under a sweater, it has to be a T-shirt that fits properly.
yeah. You've got like a shirt that's
It's
I don't know
sagging
how it's
around
like
the neck.
30
It
years
goes
old.
halfway down your shoulders.
Yeah, looks like a V-neck, but it was round at one point.
I'll stop. We'll come back. Maybe we won't. I don't want to make you upset.
Hey, Mike, what
I don't
about
wanna make-
sunglasses?
I want
What
to
if
make
someone gave you sunglasses for Christmas? What would happen?
that. I don't think that was his question.
If that was it,
Yeah.
if you just got sunglasses and a card, is that enough for you?
Yeah.
It is.
100%. Sure.
One gift? I think you would like bulk
Oh,
more
no.
than
No. I get gifts. I just, I love gifts, and the gift that I would really want. All right. One time, a long, long time ago in a land far away,
Yes.
I got a birthday gift of the greatest birthday gift I've ever received. You guys might remember it. Do you remember what it was?
I do.
Was
big ticket.
That was
Big
it. That
ticket.
French girl.
No, not a. What do you think? You got you got Claudine Longet on the brain.
No,
girl.
I was
Rob,
thinking of
yeah.
the barn in Maine.
No, it wasn't the barn in Maine.
No, that's not a. Stop it! I'm talking about
That's
a
a
gift
big gift.
The
with
big
my
gift, it
with
was-
my wife.
Oh.
It was a hall pass.
Wait, your
Anyone
current
wanted.
wife or a former wife?
Current. My wife. When I say my
Oh,
wife,
it was
when
the,
I say
it
when I
was
say
the Harley Davidson.
bam.
Yeah, I remember.
Fantastic job. I would have thought the other guy would have gotten
Great
that.
recall, Oscar. That's
Wow.
me.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I remember.
And I got
Yeah.
emotional.
It was
And
so sweet. It was the first time anybody in your life had ever done anything like a grand gesture for you. I remember.
It was
Yeah.
absolutely and a surprise and the most moving thing. And that's how shallow I am. That the biggest
I mean,
ticket item.
that's huge.
But the biggest
I don't even
ticket
ride,
item,
and
it
that'd
took-
be sweet.
Yeah.
It took the biggest ticket
Yeah.
item to make me emotional.
And then you laid it down in a Wendy's drive-through getting a Frosty.
Jesus, that's amazing.
Yes.
God, that
I don't
memory.
remember that. You know why, Mike?
I put it
'Cause
down. I
don't,
put that bike down like within
Yeah.
hours of me
I
having it out
remember.
there.
I don't focus on bad. I focus on happy. So I don't have any recollection of you putting that bike down.
I just remember I said,
God, I remember it. Yeah, I don't
That
know if it
poor
was one,
man.
but it
Did
might
you
have been-
spill the Frosty?
It might not have been a fraud. It might have been a Mickey D's. I'm not sure. It was a fat man. Stop. Next time I do a weight loss commercial for Carl, I'm going to pop a couple of those early motorcycle pictures up.
yeah.
God. Hey, by the way, my pipes that I had to make my motorcycle, they sounded like this.
Did the pipes ever send you a note that said one at a time, please?
Here's the deal. Fat guys, listen up. I'm one of you. I'm one of you. Doesn't make you look cool when you put that enormous ass on a motorcycle that can sustain it. It doesn't make you cool. That's why there's so many fat guys that have motorcycles. 'Cause
Well,
you
is
think,
there not a Harley
I'm doing
called,
what I do better than anything. I'm sitting and I'm on a machine.
Is there not a Harley called the Fat Boy?
Yeah.
That's
My
you
first
know,
Harley was a Fat Boy.
Yeah,
And then,
so there you are.
Then I moved down here and gave up the hobby because I thought it would kill me. Literally, I thought it would destroy me.
It's a
I
no
would- I
helmet
would
state,
be-
isn't it?
Yeah,
It
no
was for
helmet
Mike,
state.
yeah.
Florida's a no helmet state, but it's more like the driving down here that I experienced today when just the people
You're
that
defensive driver.
I was more defensive. Even a 10-minute delay in me getting my kid to school resulted in a totally different vibe. The people that are the 7:15ers that probably have to get to work by 45 minutes and they have to arrive at 8 o'clock, those people are chill. They're not going slow, but most of them are chill.
Right.
The 7:25ers that are busting ass because they have to be at work by, it's obvious, are dangerous. Extremely dangerous. I think anybody that commutes knows what I'm talking about. If you're running late, you run into more urgency. You do. That's just the way it goes.
I talked to somebody from the mayor's office right before Thanksgiving break.
Mayor Muriel Bowser
Yes, on the Economic Development Council.
of
And
Washington,
this is a lot of
DC,
inside baseball. And for any city, any big city in America, there is an Economic Development Council that's available to you. So you can reach out to them as a tax-paying citizen, especially if you run a business. And they posted at the office. Very impressive, very thoughtful. I was like, all right, this administration has their ass together, because we're a small business if you think about it in the long run, Mike. We're not a huge business.
We are a small business, have been for a long time.
And she mentioned in a very thoughtful way that there is commute trauma that a lot of D.C. residents have not and will not get over. And I thought,
I agree. I've never heard the concept, but it immediately I process it, and it makes total sense to me.
Tell me when you hear that, what do you think about?
Trauma that you will never get over. It's. I hate people overusing PTSD.
Yes,
PTSD is, in my opinion, should be kept to battle, life and death situations. That's the way. But trauma can come in a variety of ways. You can have it in a home situation. You can have it in a bad relationship. But that type of commute trauma will result in tension on the roads for the rest of your life, as it has with me. I think that's what she's talking about, where people will never quite get over it. So you can be Sunday morning at 7 a.m. Going to the early church service where there's one other person on the road, and if that person gets in back of you, you'll be like, because you've got that warfare mentality.
I understood it a completely different way, but I could see what you're saying.
Okay, what's the way you understood it?
I understood it. The conversation was a more macro, big picture. Will the city ever, when will the city come back to what it used to be prior to the pandemic?
Are you saying trauma because of the lack of traffic?
No, I'm saying they're saying trauma as in they have done studies and continue to do studies if and when the city will have the level of, frankly, on-premise workers as it had prior to the pandemic.
What does that have to do with commute trauma, though?
Because the trauma's getting worse?
Because the trauma from their commute prior to the pandemic has allowed them,
pushed people out to the burbs working from home
to say, I don't want to go back to that.
Because studies have also shown that it is something that wears you down, that takes years. It can, in many cases, take time off your life because it is so stressful.
So I posed that to my father, who's 81.
Right, I want to hear what he said.
And he was like, trauma. You drive to work, you drive home. And then you work some more.
Yeah. Did it in a different time.
He goes, you listen to WTOP, you get informed, and then you walk in your house and you eat dinner and you either work or go to bed. And I said, oh, okay. How about you, Mom? Sí. Manejaba al trabajo y después manejaba 1.5 horas. And she's like, I used to drive 1.5 hours en la lluvia, in the rain.
Yeah.
And she goes, pero tenía mi carro, mi Toyotita. She had her little Toyota, and that kept her safe and warm. That's all she thought about.
Right.
And then I asked my brother, this is on Thanksgiving because everybody came in town. He said, I see that. Yeah, if I didn't have to, he goes, I have to go to the hospital and I have to live close to the hospital. But if I had to live 1.5 hours from the hospital, and I could, and afford a larger home and a better quality of life, I would not want to drive 1.5 hours into the work on a regular basis.
As far as major metropolitan areas, that's the world.
Yeah.
That's the worst part of my
Rob,
life.
you're the first. I mean, Rob, the commute as of you have the best. You had to commute into before the pandemic and then after the pandemic. And while it was less after the pandemic, still trauma.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was it, Rob? You were talking to us about it. Was it
no,
not
I
one
told
of the worst
you,
parts of your life?
I told all of you that even when we were starting at a later time, 9 a.m., even when I got there to work on time, I had already dealt with a traumatic episode in my day because you never know what's going to happen.
Do you guys remember those sunny days I was working at the Edge?
Oh, my God. Yes.
Yeah, but
that was the driving. That was the driving.
But it was also, you woke up at 4, easy commute in, or 3:30.
No,
and
you
then,
would think, no, I would be the first day.
Yes.
My first day, I probably got up at 4 a.m. and I hit the road at 4:15-ish.
All brake lights?
And I was I had commuted. I'd done the same thing
Right.
20
Yeah.
years prior.
Yeah.
And I said, it went from I was the morning guy.
Yeah.
Going to the work in the 80s, 1985, 86. I'm driving to work, no problem at all.
Nobody
Yeah.
on the roads, right?
Doing
You'd
them
stop
all.
at a
Nobody on the
7-Eleven,
road.
get a big coffee.
Every day. And
Yeah.
I'm driving, and I went, and then I got on Route 66, which is a 2-lane road that goes from Northern Virginia into Washington, D.C. downtown. And I said, oh, my God, it's 4:30. It's bumper to bumper.
Yep.
I could not. I was incredulous because I was I didn't think I needed to do a dry run, but I should have. And then after doing that, the traffic hadn't diminished. It's 10 a.m., 9:30, 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm getting done doing my thing, and I'm driving back. And I was just
Still
racked.
a
It's
ton of
horrible.
traffic.
Yeah, and you can even do well, like for the first 75% of your ride in, and then one little hiccup will double your ride
Well,
time.
the stress.
So-
mean,
so-
and
it's
now
horrible.
I get it. I get what she's saying.
Yeah.
Commuter trauma is why. Who would want to if they could avoid it?
Yeah.
Who would ever want? Nobody's going to
as-
say they like it.
As someone who operates in the city, it's relevant to our future plans, right? So we're on the same page.
Right.
And you have been a city dweller. How long now?
For over a decade.
You did the thing.
I'm
did
a
the slog-
Washingtonian.
You did the slog out to Manassas.
Yes.
You remember those days.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
wasn't fun either.
It wasn't, but it wasn't because I was going against traffic and for a number of reasons. It was what it was. When as a younger man, I used to drive to Towson to be on the radio from Maryland, from Lower Montgomery County.
Yep.
But it didn't. That's not the point. The point is, what is the future for this type of, especially if I may be selfish and make it about me, for this city and the economy of the city.
What did she say about that? I'm curious what she said. Don't play that silent in the city.
That's Oscar in the City.
Ain't no city. What's going to happen? What does she think's going to happen with people not wanting to come into work?
And no one, everyone. This was great. It wasn't a non-answer. It was this is what we're doing to find out what the next steps are.
Right.
And I don't think it's a secret. If I'm just, you know what, if it was told to me, I figure it's public knowledge. If it's not,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They have a delegation that maybe at this point, or they might be back, I don't know, but they should be in the United Arab Emirates, and they should be in Dubai, traveling through the Middle East, looking for major sovereign investment into the cities. Because there's true opportunity for the cash rich, right, that are flush, for a ton of these buildings that are not occupied.
Not being used. Yeah.
Well, what will they do with them?
Well, that's the TBD, because there's a lot of, we think of our
Rather
economy.
significant TBD, I would think.
Well, most people are looking towards, Mike, Kohl's department stores and miniature golf courses. And they're going to be all over the city.
America, don't listen to Rob Spiewak. He's giving you the wrong information. This is Leesburg, CNBC. He just wants another Kohl's next to his house.
I don't want a Kohl's. I would like a miniature golf course.
I believe, and what I understand from that conversation is that there's so many American companies here that we and look, in fairness, Google is moving into they're looking for a new large campus here in the city, which is great for the economy. But I think what they're doing is they're courting companies from the Middle East to come set up, what it would be their North American headquarters in the city.
Like call centers and things like that.
What
right?
Google
I don't
should
think it's
do
call
is,
there's a ton of tech companies in the Middle East now.
what Google should do is do some sort of internet search to find out what they should do.
Also, let me highlight this. Within a stone's throw of of this building is USC is opening up a new campus, which is fantastic, and it's gorgeous. The building that they purchased, and they have like a
In
stone's throw from
DC?
here. In DC.
Southern California and D.C. All right.
There's a Texas A&M with the George Herbert Walker Bush, the School of Public Policy.
Public policy. I remember when it opened. Yeah.
There's an ASU 3 blocks from here. John Hopkins purchased the museum. Mr. John C. Hopkins. No, Johns Hopkins purchased the museum.
Right.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. University of Maryland, Robert H. Smith School of Business has a campus in the city.
Have we stumbled on something here? Will
I was just
cities
doing the math.
Will
The
cities
education
become the
city,
centers of higher education?
Yeah.
Think tanks on top of think tanks.
Yeah. And don't forget American University.
Well, you've got American, you have GW, you have Georgetown. These are the staples of the full campus here. I'm talking about established campuses that are not just like satellite out of a hotel.
Yeah.
They've bought buildings.
Mr. Wenzel, thank you for your legacy daughter.
And I understand that VCU.
The rent stays the same.
I understand that VCU has purchased an STD kiosk, so you can always get yourself. Make sure you're clean.
Now, my brother-in-law and my sister
Is it COVID or the clap?
It's
moved.
mostly the clap. Yeah.
in Boston
Yeah.
moved
Yes.
back into the city when they got older. They retired into the city. That's
There's a,
when,
there's a
that
ton of
makes sense.
residential.
That makes sense because
There's-
they're consolidating their lifestyle. They can
There's
do
only
that.
a handful of buildings that are rated and also set up for residential in any big city. There's like a certain demarcation line, and that is happening. The former Peace Corps headquarters is now going to be apartments and condos, which will open in the spring of next year. So that's around the corner.
And
so
they're
you're right.
bringing third world people to the condos. Is that how it works?
No,
Peace Corps?
no.
Okay.
You can't have a serious economic conversation. Can you?
I thought it was.
They're going to bring the village people and put them into different floors, set up from different southern Sudan countries.
Oh, you don't mean the band, the Village People?
No.
I think that the
This
people
guy.
that move back into a city,
Yeah.
like my sister, you have to have means to do that.
Yes, this is true.
Yes, yes.
That's
But
why-
I think that's within any excuse the term dark pool, there are opportunities. Like it's not always doom and gloom. I just think that you're probably looking at a 10-year runway, 5-year, 10-year runway
I love when you do business school speak.
development.
Yeah.
I'll have to circle back to you on that 10-year runway.
As a
I think
business
I'm
school,
gonna have to do
Oscar, as a business school guy, you've cited the notion of an educational resurgence in the district.
Yes.
What else do you think could prosper in the absence of the past of what is going on in DC? What will fill it?
There is a theory that there are A, B, and C grade buildings. A being the trophy buildings.
And this is all around the country. This is not just
This-
Washington,
yeah,
D.C.
I'm just getting what you
Case
see.
study.
What you see here in the district, even as a federal city, will probably echo in every major
Okay.
metropolitan
So
city
what's the
for our
difference
national
between A,
audience.
B, and C properties?
An A building, I've been told, is a trophy building, a brand new building, like probably floor to ceiling glass, gorgeous modern architecture. And I could
Okay.
be wrong. We have wonderful listeners that know more about this than I do. So I feel
Yeah, you'll
please,
be inundated today.
Ricardo, send me an email. I met with this gentleman like a month, roughly 3 weeks ago. A very
Montalban?
kind guy. No,
Ricky?
you guys are the worst.
I know.
So
You're not serious-minded.
no, he's an architect.
That's why when you and I have a business conversation, when I'm serious, you know what he does, Rob?
What?
He smirks.
Well, I always thought the
He
big
smirks. That's how seriously he takes me.
Well, the big
I'm
teller
pouring
would-
my heart out to this man yesterday, and I'll show you the look. This is the
Yes.
look. I'm going, what about this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is what I'm looking at the whole time.
Well, at least you get
Oh,
that.
you silly ass.
Because when there's a business discussion, I'm asked to leave.
You are.
So I mean that's
Yeah, yeah.
been
Well, because we
forever.
don't need the soft shoe in the background. We
Exactly.
need to focus on what
Exactly.
we're doing.
Right.
So-
That's A, B, and C.
We miss your stellar contributions to those meetings, though.
A, B, and C. A, trophy. B, like middle grade, probably doesn't have a security guard at the front, has an okay lobby.
Right.
Could maybe go residential. Who knows?
Strip joint.
C, just
they
super
always have a
old.
doorman.
It would cost too much to even rebuild. Who knows?
Okay, I get that.
So the theory for these buildings is to actually give these owners for the C building. This is not my theory. This is not the city's theory. This is just the theory that I've seen within forums for the Economic Development Council, not the cities, but
Revitalize
nationwide.
the city. What is the solution?
Is to give, because a lot of these buildings are going back to the bank. They're just going back
Yep.
to the bank.
People can't afford to
B
keep
and
them.
C.
Right.
That to give these banks like tax incentives to just tear them down. Tear them down.
And build
make
an A
green
building.
space. No, make green space.
Oh, green space. Oh, that's good
Wow.
too. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Isn't it? It's a wild reshuffling of what a city will look like, and I can't wait to see what DC looks like in 10 years. I can't guarantee that we won't be all remote by that point. But
Well,
who knows?
But maybe all remote. Maybe the remote also applies to people living in the city because it's a better place
Yeah.
to live.
Yeah.
We can hope. We can only hope. We will
in
see.
any city in America, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And
And
great for Santos. More green space. More places to poop.
Santos won't be around then.
He will, because you're investing a lot of money in him. He will last.
I don't even talk about that now. It's too sensitive. Too close to home talking about old dogs.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
with
that's
you.
tough.
I'm
That's
with you.
tough.
We're with the I don't want to. I won't. No, shut up. There's
Is
a
this his last
mouth.
Christmas?
I'm talking to myself. Yeah. Oh, 100%. We have to take a break. I'm sorry. It's the truth.
There's no chance.
Mike,
the
last
truth.
Christmas you gave him your heart.
yeah,
the very
last
next
Christmas
day,
you said it was his last
You
Christmas.
gave it away.
I did.
No.
Did I really?
You did because he had his eye was becoming the Milky Way, and you're like, this might be the last one.
By the way, surprise, surprise. I'm not the catalyst.
Oh,
This podcast sponsored by Groove Life. You know what time it is? It's time to update your wallet. The Groove Wallet is a sleek, low-profile aluminum wallet engineered for everyday use. Get mine out here. There we go.
yes.
All right, there we
Groove
are.
Life.
I just fanned them out. I
Yeah.
just
Live the
fanned
life.
them out right there. Don't write those numbers down. Anyway.
America
These are the last
is,
4 digits.
America is zooming in.
All right, Rob, a little further away from the microphone. Okay. Engineered for everyday use. One thumb motion perfectly fans out up to 6 cards for easy access. And it comes with Groove Life's 94-year no BS warranty. Plus, they just launched a new attachment. It's called the Groove Wallet Go. It attaches to your iPhone 12, 13, or 14 by using innovative micro-suction technology. It gives you the ability to add another 3 cards plus cash. This wallet is so slim you can easily fit it in your front pocket. You'll barely know it's there. And don't forget, Groove Life makes the best belts in the world. Can I say one more thing about the wallet, please?
Of course.
The
Yes.
thing about the wallet is I believe I'm setting records with my Groove Life wallet, where I'm so happy with it, and it's so durable that I've had this longer than many of the wallets I've had, and it doesn't get nasty.
This is a fantastic surprise and delight for any person in your life, especially
Absolutely.
a young adult.
Yes.
If you're like, what do I get my grandson? What do I get my nephew?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Robert
This-
loves it. Robert loves
Yeah.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
Time to bring your wallet into the 21st century, and I mentioned the belts too. I got 5 of them. That is the
The
truth.
belts. Oh my God, Mike! I finally adjusted my belt.
Yeah.
You've been raving about it. In full disclosure, like I couldn't find, like I lost it after the first 6 wears. I found it again, and I lost a little weight. Adjusted it quickly, no problem. And I got to tell you, it is the best belt.
Of course.
Best belt, and they are adjustable.
Yep.
And
Yes.
this is how long ago we've had Groove Life on the air with us for quite some
A little
time.
over a year, yeah.
And I'm really, really happy with it. This should give you a little perspective, Oscar. You know, the way the belt works is you've got the belt buckle here, and then it runs through their wonderful mesh fabric that is got just the right amount of stretch, and it's really cool. And then you take the overage and you
Yes.
tighten it, and then you put it behind this little strap
Correct.
here.
Correct.
And to give you an idea, this is, I know, a Groove
how
Life
much you've
commercial,
lost?
not a weight loss commercial. Let me just take out the excess here. There we go.
Wow.
Hold on. No,
Wow,
no,
that
don't
makes
say
sense.
wow before you've seen it.
No,
Thank
but
you
I'm
very
seeing
much.
you. I see how much it is.
All right, hold on. No, I'm pulling it out.
Let me.
I'm
See.
pulling it
Oh
out.
my God! How much more is there?
There it is.
It's like
Mike,
10
that's
inches.
all-
Yeah.
That's like a toddler.
There it is.
You've lost the toddler waistline.
There
you
it is.
have. You have.
Look at that.
I feel here's fun. Here's what's fun. You could probably cut it too. I wouldn't want to.
I
do
cut
that.
mine. Yeah, I
you
definitely
can.
cut
You
mine.
cut
yeah.
if I feel like I'm so Irish superstitious
Yeah.
that if I was to cut it,
It'd all
of a
come
sudden
back, all the way it
I'd be
would
like
come back.
driving to Krispy Kreme that afternoon and going like that. So I don't cut it. But
I
I'm,
love that you won't do it because if you do it, then you're gonna gain the weight back.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you can see the belt. I know we're supposed to talk about the wallets, but Groove Life's
Yeah.
it's
The
just
belt's
really
cool.
the materials are really just cool, and they're very, very durable, and the durability works into the style, if that makes sense to you.
Does.
It works into the style profile, giving it that super industrial kind of neat look. And I've really
always
happy.
felt it's like a superhero belt. When you see a superhero put their belt on, and
They clasp on.
Well,
Yeah,
you
it's
can
awesome.
get the buckles.
Yeah.
Have you seen the
Yeah.
website where
Of
you can get
course.
the buckles and
Yeah.
do that? Anyway, we went on and on, but time to bring your wallet into the 21st century. Head to groovelife.com/TMOS. That's the best way to do it because you
You know
get
we like
20% off
Jesus.
all Groove Life products. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use our link, groovelife.com/TMOS, for 20% off your order. One last time, that's promo code TMOS for 20% off your order. Just click the button on our website, Rob Spiewak. There it is. There it is.
Oh, they're tearing down the Kraken for green space. That's wild.
We start our roundtable today with something I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this, because we still don't know what put Jamie Foxx in the hospital earlier this year. I got a theory on this. I don't want to throw it out at you.
Please.
And tell me what you think. But it looks like he's back. He even showed up in person Monday night to receive an award at a ceremony honoring Black, Latino, and Asian people in the arts. He said, quote, "I wouldn't wish what I went through on my worst enemy because it's tough when it's almost over. When you see the tunnel, I saw the tunnel. I didn't see the light. It was hot in that tunnel, too. I don't know where I was going. Crap. Am I going to the right place?" He added, quote, "I have a new respect for life. I have a new respect for my art." All right, here's the deal. You're Jamie Foxx. You're going public with you had something.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Are you obligated to share? No, you're not.
No.
It's your privacy. But you are a public figure, and here you are talking about it, but yet you don't have the respect for your fans to let them know what you went through? Does that make sense? It's kind of the way I feel. Why have they been so GDKG about what happened to him?
And I don't
What's
like
going
that
on?
if he's going to talk about it, why is he making some sort of half-hearted joke that he's going to hell? You know, if you're going
And
to
a
talk
riddle
about it,
about he was close to death.
yeah.
What caused him to be close to death? I looked at that
I think he's scared.
to
I
go
think somebody
public with what he had.
I think somebody tried to kill him.
That's what one of the theories is.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
of the
I
theories
think
is
so.
a
I
stroke.
think-
I that's alleged, and the allegation is that the artist formerly known as Sean Puffy Combs, now Diddy,
Yeah.
is involved, and this is really jumping into like full conspiracy Twitter.
Yeah.
Now X, where I can't help but like read about what happened and what was under, like what was, because in the past year, Diddy has been linked to a possible assassination of Jamie Foxx,
Girlfriend, spousal abuse.
and then settlement.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, some like background situation with Usher. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on?
Well,
There's too much smoke. There's too much smoke.
Yeah, and you're talking about people in
Somebody called the fire department.
Certain people in show business have backgrounds that came from very, very, tough situations where grievances were settled the old-fashioned way, in a Wild Wild West way.
Yeah.
So you never know. But do you think it's fear of retribution if he was to share it? Do you think
Yes.
that's what we're
Yeah.
talking about?
Yes,
That
that's
maybe
usually-
by sharing it, it might put him in some other jeopardy?
Well, the only other the litigious side is I can only think about is Chris Rock. Chris Rock took what happened to him on a global scale, didn't talk about it, came out and talked about it on a comedy special after he settled with Will Smith for a sum of $40+ million out of court, and that might happen, but at this point, there's too many like crazy rumors going on. You think a publicist want to get ahead of it and clean it up?
That's what I.
Yeah.
So
Right?
it's still a mystery, and
He did say he had something, and you don't have a stabbing.
yeah, that's true. He said he had a
there you go,
condition,
Mac.
But
correct?
you do have a stomach
There you
ache
go.
when you get stabbed.
That's true.
Died of a stomach ache.
I did have can you say I had an assassination attempt? Is that
No,
Yeah,
because
you
he
could.
said
You could say that.
No,
But
I
also,
agree
you
with-
know
I'm,
what?
I'm,
No.
on, I'm on Team Mac on this one. I am on Team
He
Mac
got
that I
sick.
think he had
No,
an
but
illness.
you know what? Why?
I think he had a stroke.
You're gonna base this on semantics, on grammar, on what happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't do that.
Well, who's the most infirm person here? It's Mac. He would know.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If you have something, you have something. I am all the way on Team Al.
Well,
I don't
maybe
think
Rob.
it was, yeah.
Doing better.
Dealer's choice. Dealer's choice on that one. Who's sicker?
One guy's Mr. Glass, another guy's holding on to life.
That's
If
right.
moving right along, if social media isn't addictive, then why do we spend so much time looking at it, even though we know that most of it isn't real? A new survey found that Americans believe only 37% of the content on social media is real. That includes struggling to separate authentic images from the ones with hidden filters, Photoshop, and other edits, but it's more than that. People are skeptical of targeted advertisements as well as influencer content, like those products that can be pitched as friendly tips and hacks, but are actually scripted paid promotions. Overall, 74% of Americans admit that they can't always tell what's real and what's fake, and 71% of people think it will get harder to determine what's real and what's not over the next 10 years with AI and other technology. I can certainly see why people feel
agree
that
with
way.
that, yeah.
The little shorts that lure you into going further and a deeper dive, but they really don't show you how to do that, because when you click on things, you can't finish it.
Yeah.
So when you're pouring the Coca-Cola over the avocado and then removing the avocado pit and dicing it up, and then the short stops and you have no idea to find out what they did with the effing avocado.
Well, it's 15 minutes of avocado soaking, and then it's see part 2, and you can't find part 2. Or the lady never takes her mask off, or something like that, and it's frustrating.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you find that on TikTok as well?
Oh, more on TikTok than Instagram. Actually, yeah.
No, I think it's faster on TikTok, right?
Yeah, but they still say see part 2 for more.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
yeah.
That's how they get you.
it's
Mac, what do you
weird.
get on your anime vids?
I actually get a lot of music.
You do?
Yeah.
What kind of music?
Japanese.
Oh, do you have a favorite Japanese artist?
Yeah, Pika Sonic.
Yeah,
Excuse
me too.
Pika Sonic.
Me too.
Yeah.
Mac tends
What
to
is it?
finish before the video does.
It's Japanese EDM, essentially.
I'm fascinated by his fascination with Japan, because this is not our first dalliance with Japan.
No.
Or a gringo fascinated with Japan. I think Mac will actually go eventually, but is your do you ask for Japanese gifts for Christmas?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if you were that deep into it.
What
Yeah.
do
You
you
know what a
want?
maid
What do you
cafe
want
is?
for
I do-
Christmas, Mac?
This year I need some new moccasins.
Oh.
So I'm getting some new moccasins.
Sexy.
And ladies, he's single.
There you go. Let's move on, shall we? Hey, if you got a kid in college, tell them to stop wasting time studying for finals. And I am literally giving you a free commercial for a company we used to do business with. I probably shouldn't do this, but
All
I
right.
found this so interesting
We're
that
loyal,
I'm
Mike.
sharing it. Amazon is offering college students flights home for the holidays for $25. They have to be a member of Amazon's Prime Student Program,
Okay.
which is not a big stretch, in my opinion. And there's a limited number of tickets each day, 3,000 of them in total. So it's a significant number. That's why I'm talking about this. It started yesterday. They're offering 1,000 tickets today and another 1,000 tomorrow. It works on selected routes at all 50 states with departure dates between December 8th and the 25th. The return dates are as late as January 14th. You have to sign into Amazon Prime Student to see the list of flights, and there's a $500 limit. If the ticket would normally cost more than that, you pay
Okay.
$25 plus any amount over $500. I still think it's a $475
You
savings.
also have to be able to fit into a standard Amazon shipping box.
Yes, yeah, you are not going to get a seat.
Yeah.
Be aware of
No,
that.
you'll be on
Today's
the plane.
today's tickets dropped at 3 a.m., so they're probably gone.
Gone, yeah.
So think about tomorrow. They're probably out now, but you've got one more chance tomorrow. 3 a.m. Eastern. If you're a college student, get your ass up and sign up
Yeah.
for that thing. And
It's worth
rock
it.
and roll.
Surprise your parents.
Yes.
They'd be very excited.
Wouldn't that be cool? I think it's a win. And
If my kid did that, I would be so grateful.
Yes.
Even if they did that as a pure gamesmanship to just show, the man what's what and get some of their Amazon ducats
be
back.
just
Yeah.
as happy if they sent me a pair of sunglasses. And finally, now, Sharon Stone is 65 years old, and she can still stir a man's loins anytime she wants to. She says, quote, I think I'm hotter now more than I've ever been. I'm in my 60s. People think that no one looks at you anymore, and the truth of the matter is I have just as many people who want to sleep with me now as I ever did. Well, you're Sharon Stone.
Yeah, Mike, you were just saying this last week.
Yes. She is.
Same thing.
Yes. People look at me now more sexually than they ever. No, they don't.
No.
There are guys out there who avoid older women, and Sharon says it's not because they're not sexy anymore. Quote, you're not as easy as you were when you were young. She says you're not as easy to F. You're not as easy to get rid of, and you're not as easy to keep quiet. You're not as easy to dump afterward. You're not. Listen to Rob. Listen to
I just
Oscar.
lost my erection.
You're not. You're not.
That's sad.
It's easy to be a side piece. It's not that you're not as hot.
Yeah.
You're hotter.
Yeah.
That's what Sharon Stone says, guys. That's what she says.
I agree with her. I don't agree with I hate men and litany of like wrongdoings that she's like basically espousing on everybody else.
I understand.
And Sharon Stone in her own right, has a treasure trove of Hollywood memorabilia. You'll love this, Rob. I saw a TikTok of all things of her telling a group of, I guess, podcasters that she still holds. She was 3 different dresses for that Basic Instinct scene.
Yeah, because I remember Basic Instinct when she showed us her treasure trove.
That's the first time you saw one.
That's
And
right.
Wayne Knight licked his lip.
That's right.
She still owns the original dress that she wore for the scene where they shot that scene.
And she'll probably donate it. And she's hot.
No, she donated 2 versions. She's going to sell that last one.
Oh,
Yeah.
she is. Okay, well, good for her.
And McIntosh.
Yes, Mike McIntosh, absolutely in his moccasins. We'll be right back, everybody. Bye, Cam. Hey, listen. You want to lose 21% of your weight? I've lost over 65 pounds. I'm excited to share with you that DermGlowSkin.com is now your one-stop shop for finally getting control of your weight problem. All you have to do is click the weight loss button at DermGlowSkin.com, take the quiz, and see if you qualify. If you do, a doctor will write you a prescription, the pharmacy will fill it, and your weight loss medication will be shipped directly to your house. These are the real weight loss products, semaglutide and tirzepatide, that you've heard a lot about, and they work. I'm living proof that they do. And if you qualify, you can get them right now at DermGlowSkin.com. I got mine through Derm Glow Skin. If you are already on it, do what I did. You can show the doctor your prescription and easily make the switch. I already did, and I am still losing weight. Go ahead, get excited, and do it all online right now at DermGlowSkin.com. If you've struggled with weight for too long, man, oh man, can I relate to you. Click the weight loss button and begin the best journey of your life. Be like our proud partner, Edgar Bergen. No.
Mike, go with it. This is a great sponsor here. Go with it.
Edgar Bergen, the famed ventriloquist from Chicago, Illinois, was best known for creating Charlie McCarthy, Mortimer Snerd, and Candace. Fun fact, he got into ventriloquism one night when he asked his wife, Frances, for... No, I'm not saying...
Can I help out?
You know how dirty
here?
this is?
Can I help out here?
Dirty. This is not dirty.
He got into ventriloquism one night when he asked his wife, Frances, for a little head. And she carved him one with a working mouth and moving eyes.
No, that doesn't work, Rob.
It does work.
What's wrong with
It's
you? Are
a
you
fun
drinking again?
fact.
How the hell do you think that's going to work?
Not much.
Fun. He died handsome and thin. Thank you, Derm Glow. All right.
Can I just add another layer to that
we're
spot?
out of the commercial. Yes, go right ahead.
Okay.
Do
Go
whatever
ahead.
you wish.
Yes, thank
I
you.
typed in 65-pound mammals
Yes.
to kind of quantify what you've lost
Oh,
from your
exactly.
own body.
Yeah.
Did you know that the impala, the actual mammal,
Yeah.
can weigh from 45 to 65 pounds? You had an impala attached to you that
Yeah,
you've
and Mike,
lost.
if you want to go back to the old school way we refer to it, you've lost 13 bags of sugar. Can you imagine carrying around 13 bags of sugar all the time, every
the
day?
desert warthog.
Look, it can be a blessing
Weighs-
and a curse.
Why?
We've had our cold snaps, right? And I have no.
Now you're chilly. That's the curse.
Now
been through
long pants. I had to buy new long pants. I ordered the long pants 2 weeks ago. They arrived 3 weeks ago. They arrived last week. I put them on, and the waist felt okay. a little bigger than I thought it would.
Yeah.
But the pants, Carla says to me, they're baggy. I said, I'm down 4 inches. She said, it should have been 6. They're baggy. Stop dressing like you used to dress with your clown pants and I'll be wearing my clown pants out today. And I know what she talks about.
So
okay,
painful.
you see the people on the PGA Tour, right?
Yeah.
You see the way those guys wear their
Yeah,
pants?
because they're
There's a
in
style.
shape and have glutes and work out.
Yeah, I can wear those pants now, but I don't because the baggy pants, they're too baggy, and I have to go back and get them again.
Don't threaten us with a good time, Mike. Don't threaten us with a good time.
Yeah, you'll have a wonderful time if you see me in those, but not as wonderful as you, my boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
With
I'm
your
getting
new pursuit of and
surgery.
I don't know.
Cosmetic surgery.
Oh, my
Constant
God.
and never-ending improvement, Mike.
It'll be a good bit for the show, as I told Shannon.
You're going to take the plunge on your hair?
Well, I've done. So I've actually mentioned this plenty of times on the show. Like I've always tried to purchase my own presents for myself, and as a younger man, I would include my wife. I'd fake that my wife or girlfriend in my life had bought me this, and with my family, so I wasn't embarrassed that I got nothing or nothing I wanted.
Right.
But that ship has sailed. Like I'm fine.
You're going to get hair
I said,
replacement surgery.
No, you don't know yet, and don't read ahead. This is my story.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't get in front of your stories.
I'm sorry.
So,
You talked about it before the show, and I'm excited about it. Come on.
when I was in Medellin, this 6'3" dreamboat of a plastic surgeon who's taller than me looked down at my receding hairline and said,
Yeah.
we were on the tarmac, not on tarmac, on the jetway, and he said, let me show you something. And he pulled out of his phone his before and after pictures for his hair replacement surgery. And
Did you
he said,
think it was going to be before and after for hair replacement or before and
I
after
thought he
for
was going to
something
show
else?
me
Let me show you
something like a commercial property in Beverly Hills, because we were talking about his
Okay.
medical building moving,
Right.
not his receding hairline. And I said, what is this about? He said, well, I'm looking down at your receding hairline. This is very clinical. It was so painful because it's like a cool plastic surgeon that
Right.
He was being
one
a
of the
doctor.
cool guys.
He was
He
being
was being a doctor. Yeah, he's like, I recognized that we had similar hairline patterns. He goes, you don't realize this because you don't see it, but from above, it's really bad.
May I ask you
"What's
to do
really
something?
bad?"
May I ask you to do something?
Yeah, I'll go
Can you
down.
lean? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're covering the bald spot.
Yeah.
What?
You're
Well, it's
covering
not
your
that
bald
thin
spot.
on top. I don't think it's that thin
I'm not
on
covering
top.
my bald spot.
Lean down again,
forward.
Oscar.
No,
and
take your
take your
hands
hands
off
away.
of there.
Take your hands away. Lean down. Take care of them. It's a little thin, but it's not
It's
bald.
a
There's
little
hair there.
thin.
Yeah, there's short hair there.
Somebody sprayed napalm in that forest.
I can fix that, Mike, with this one valuable tool.
Well,
a Sharpie.
Rob's reference point is no hair, right? So like hair or something.
I would
is-
take
is
that.
So you
like
would get it.
yeah,
you would get it on the line and also in the middle.
on,
right?
on the back. Yes.
Okay. All right. And you're.
And
that's interesting.
well, I've reached out to because this is what he said, buyer beware. Because I was like,
Yeah.
did you go to Istanbul? He's like, I actually did,
Oh.
and they did a terrible job. So then I had to come get it fixed by the surgeon in Atlanta. And I said, oh, really? And I said, well, I might reach out to you sometime to see if I can get consultation.
Is he based
So-
in Atlanta?
The surgeon, yes.
Okay.
And I said, well, how much is that? And he gave me the number, and it's a little pricey, but you can make payments like anything else.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think about it until I was at my parents' this past weekend,
Right.
and Shannon was like, man, you're really losing your hair.
Wow.
She said, has she referenced it before?
Never before.
Wow.
You know, Mike, they
And then she said, oh, my little baldy, and like rubbed the top of my head. And I was
that's
like,
sweet.
oh, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for being a baldy.
what they do,
Not
Mike, is
ready.
they can do like a computer-generated image of how you're going to look after the surgery. And Oscar forwarded me the one that the doctor did, and this is what he's hoping to look like. Right?
All right. We got to take a break. We got to revisit this. We're coming back
It's Eddie
after
Munster,
the break.
yeah.
I have so many questions, and we haven't even
It's actually fascinating.
we haven't even scratched the surface of the follicle yet. So we will take a break and we will
Yeah,
return.
I think this
with
will help a lot of men.
Oscars.
I'm going to start my own TikTok channel.
Hey, all right. Tie it into TMOS, please.
Yes.
I need everything I can get. We'll be right back, everybody. Oh, dear, dear, sweet naked wines.
Oh, yes.
How doth I love thee? I love thee with thy turkey, or thy chicken, or thy beef, and even by yourself. Naked Wines is a subscription service that connects you to the finest independent winemakers on the planet, so you get wine as often as you like for a fraction of the price you pay in stores, up to 60% off. The delivery is wonderful, amazing, secure packaging, and the best part, every bottle is a passion project from an independent winemaker. And man, oh man, I talked about this at Thanksgiving. They were all great. The O'Mara family just tore through our Naked Wines.
Nice.
You are literally making an independent winemaker's dream come true when you go and get your Naked Wines. That's nice. I've taken these bottles of wine over to friends' houses. My friends, the Beckers, they enjoyed them too. I made them open it when I was there.
That's right,
which
I remember.
is very rude. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Take it as a gift. Don't suggest that it's opened when you bring the gift. They're mind-blowing. Naked Wines are magnificent, and they will make you a hero during the holiday season. I promise. So head to nakedwines.com/TMOS. Click Enter Voucher in the top right. When you get to the website, then all you do is put the TMOS code for both the password and the code. Get 6 bottles of wine for just $39.99 with shipping included. That's $100 off, less than $7 per bottle. nakedwines.com/TMOS and use the code and password TMOS. Grab 6 bottles, $39.99. nakedwines.com/TMOS. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back to the show. We're talking with Oscar, who is about to, it sounds like, has already contemplated going off on the journey. This is exciting.
Elective cosmetic surgery is an ongoing topic on this show.
Yeah, Carrie had a facelift and then what?
It started with an eye job and then a facelift.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I think something with her nose as well. Mm-hmm. And they removed that extra toe.
For someone that is in a loving marriage and is supposed to be the happiest person in the world.
Yes.
The description of the surgeries your wife had was so superficial.
So dismissive.
And so dismissive
Well,
that it's major surgery, right?
It was. And it did not go well. It did not go well.
Rob got, if you want to get the detail, Rob will go into more detail on his Zero F's channel. That's what. So tune into the Rob Spiewak Zero F's channel.
Yeah.
My real sunglasses, my real Elvis.
That's a different channel. The real Elvis glasses. That's on Sirius XM.
Today on the Zero F's podcast, Carrie's plastic surgery, Rob's feelings on the economy, and the Elvis sunglasses with the tag on them.
I've got to figure out a way to put that tag back on. I think I'll use thread.
All right. Anyway, back to hair replacement.
Mm-hmm. I've already set up a consultation in the new year. It's going to happen in the middle of January with the surgeon because he's busy. What I never thought I'd look at was this type of surgery in the States. I thought it would always be interesting for the money that you would save and spend to go overseas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not opposed to going overseas. But after hearing this directly from someone who is a doctor and went overseas, he goes, I was just being cheap. Like, I know what you pay for when you go overseas and the risks you take.
And
I didn't think
are exceptions
twice about
to the
it.
rule.
Yeah.
And there are medical degrees that are exceptions to the rule.
Yeah, wasn't
there
it Hungary?
Yes.
Hungary that you were looking at originally? Going to Hungary or Budapest was for the surgery?
It's Istanbul.
Istanbul,
Turkey.
forgive me. That's
a big difference.
Constantinople.
That's a
You're
big
right.
difference. Yeah,
You're
Midnight
right.
Express is a really big, Midnight Express, a slight difference than a Viking cruise, okay?
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
I just like the notion of Oscar leaning up against the glass going, Billy, 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 Billy. Oh, Billy, Billy, Billy.
And
how old is that movie now? My God.
God,
All right.
30, at least 30 years.
at least
40
30 years.
maybe. Yeah.
so, but it only struck me, and it only, the impetus to write this doctor in Los Angeles was to say, hey, we're going to Los Angeles for the holidays. I'd love to meet up and talk about the surgery, but also say hi. But
the doctor that saw your hairline was from Atlanta. The doctor,
the doctor who saw my hairline is a plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills.
Oh,
yes.
Beverly. So he's
Wow, I'm surprised that he's able to have a plastic surgery practice in Beverly Hills. That's crazy.
And the guy that is doing the hair is Atlanta-based.
Yes.
All right. Okay. That's a
And,
big deal for a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon to go all the way to Atlanta.
Yeah.
That you couldn't find that in L.A. That's
Correct.
That to me would be interesting to me.
Yeah, this guy probably charges a third more than what your run-of-the-mill Bosley would charge.
Okay. All right.
But if you want it done right, I guess you want it done right.
I would think that.
Have you ever bought breast augmentations for a girlfriend or wife?
I haven't paid for them, but I know
Okay.
people that have had them.
Yeah. So the guys that I have seen buy, oh man, it's really getting deep. That I know that have bought, like, purchased them for girlfriends or wives.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that do it for girlfriends always go for the cheapest doctor because they don't know the quality.
Yeah.
And the guys that do it for their wives, they like really research it and find out like who, because then their wives also say, but so and so got theirs from so and so,
Right?
So and so got theirs from so and so, right? So you know who the best doctors are,
Right.
And I don't travel in circles that just get a bunch of breast augmentations. I just happen to know a handful of people that have done this or purchased them for their girlfriends. So don't judge me. And I
did
don't
a
judge.
payment plan where he did one,
Yeah.
and if we liked it, we could get the other one done.
By the way, after that statement, don't judge you is a big ask. That's my opinion.
So I'm on the phone with this guy. This is on Monday evening because of Los Angeles time, and I was like, "Hey man, like, what's the downside?" He's like, "Oh, you have to wear a funny hat for 6 months, but after that, like, you're gonna look better than any of your friends." And I was like,
Well, what
I wear
kind of
funny
hat?
hats all the time.
Can it be just a standard baseball cap, or does it have to be like a prescription hat?
I think
It's
it's
a
like a
fez.
medical hat. It's like a. I think so.
Hi, Oscar.
Not that fez.
Okay.
So
So we'll find out. So I'll talk to the surgeon mid January.
That's
now,
awesome.
mid-January,
Yeah.
you doing it Zoom or do you have to get on a plane and go to Atlanta?
No, he does a Zoom first, and then yeah.
So you're
I
pretty
think you only go
serious
down
about
for the
this,
surgery.
right?
Yeah. But I said, do you
would
accept?
hope you just-
And I talked to their business team, so there's a payment plan in place if this is going to be done. It'll probably the surgery will happen. Worst case scenario, May.
And Atlanta
Wow.
is lovely. You're going to love Atlanta. It's nice.
Well, worst case scenario doesn't happen from my own, my baldy, as my Shane
I
tried to
think
call me.
that's sweet, though, that she calls you that.
And then you get it
Yeah.
for you have it for a long time after that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Will
At
it turn
least a
gray
decade.
with the rest of your hair, or is it always going to be jet black?
Great question. Will it turn gray?
These are questions. I welcome the questions. And for
Right.
those of you who have had the surgery, please feel free to reach out.
Because I can see
I'd love to
Oscar in
learn
about
more.
30 years looking like Billie Eilish with a beautiful black band of hair up front and then white
Right.
hair behind it.
Did he say
But,
anything? I have a question. Did he say
Yes.
anything about pain?
Yes.
Is it
He
painful?
said, well, this is the way that he explained to me. He said they take your hair from the back of your head, like
Yeah.
that's healthy, right? And then they
They've been
graft
doing
it.
it this way for like a million
Yeah.
years.
And then they microstitch it onto where you need it.
Didn't a guy
It's
at
but
WAVA
here-
get it
yeah,
done
yeah.
like a million
the guy
years
at
ago?
WAVA, though, the guy at
Yeah.
WAVA, the old radio station, Dennis,
Yeah.
the guy that we worked with, it's done differently now in a less painful way. The way they used to do it, and this is the truth, they didn't do, this is microsurgery, correct?
Yes.
It was done, it was called hair plugs.
Yes.
And they
yes.
would take
Yeah.
a round plug out of the back of your hair. I mean, it looked like somebody took a sawed-off shotgun to the back of his head.
Yeah,
And
like doll
it-
hair, right?
And it
Yeah.
was agonizing. And he was like miserable, and he had bandages. It was like, but with microsurgery, I would imagine it's
still surgery.
It's still
Yeah.
surgery, but it's less. Now, how many have you researched it enough to know how many times you have to do it? Is it
Well,
done
if
in
it-
one
if-
shop, one stop?
Yes, it's one in one time. There isn't, and I think that's really that was the rub that this guy in LA was discussing. He said, when I went to Turkey, even though I went to the highest end in Turkey, in Istanbul, the surgeon that went through, he didn't do a clean enough job, so I had to get it redone.
Oh,
Right.
that would be the
So,
worst.
so he said, he goes, pay for it up front. don't do what ends. He goes, what's happening is a lot of these guys that go to Istanbul, they come back like, oh my God, they have to go back. Because they have to fill in the gaps.
Trouble began. My concerns began when I walked into the operating theater and I noticed a pear knife and a soup spoon. Oh. That was a concern.
Well,
for me.
And he also said that the surgeries in that environment are like you have a flyaway team, you have the surgeon that comes in, but the majority of the work and prep is being done by this in this convention center where they just do surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery. And
this is the guy you're going to go to?
In Istanbul.
Oh, that's how awful! Just to walk into a room full of baldies. Jesus, my God, how horrible would that be?
Looks like an aerial shot of a billiard game.
Where are you from? Fresno. How about yourself? I'm from Schenectady. Yeah, that's great. Okay, let's start. Next, please.
I'm from Baltimore.
Wow. Now the hat. He says hair covered, head covered for 6 months.
He said there's a funny hat you have to wear depending on the
Does it have a propeller on it?
The extent of your surgery. It's like a medical hat.
It's a medical hat that has a little receptacle for the Miracle Grow that they put in there.
Water it twice a day.
Have you ever seen the Chia Pets?
That's it.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Nice. It's got to be irrigated.
Yeah.
It's like a lawn.
It depends on the extent. And he goes, in fairness to you, from what I saw at the airport, it wasn't as bad as it could be. I got mine later in life where it was like I was just struggling.
And
to
you
keep
can wear a
any
ball
hair
cap over the medical cap.
Yeah,
sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. We'll see. Well, I think this will be that'll be a great story arc for the show.
I am ready for that story arc. We should have a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Good luck. Buena suerte. And
my forehead will be 50% lower than it is today by this time next year.
You know
I
what?
don't think you want to go 50%.
50% comes out looking like Slash.
Yeah.
All right.
Me, Oscar. Me look good.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa. Everybody's out there shopping. After all, 'tis the season. But, excuse me.
Thank you.
What the hell?
This show.
That was unwarranted.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
You're hateful, Mike. You hate the audience.
I don't hate the audience. I love our audience. It's crazy out there. Don't you wish shopping could be easy? It can. Just hit up the Mike
was
O'Mara.
so aggressive.
It was. You forced it.
It surprised me.
You forced it.
I perhaps did. Just hit up the Mike O'Mara Show online store. From legacy T-shirts and cozy hoodies to morning transforming coffee mugs, it's your one-stop shop to show your TMOS passion. And yes, we have stickers.
Yay, stickers.
Can hats be far behind? Oscar, can they?
I saw 2 people ask for them.
Yeah, and you're going to need one next May.
Yes.
You know what I am.
Amen.
What?
You can easily get the best merch for you or a loved one. Share the TMOS gospel. We hand select everything from top-tier quality and killer looks to just stuff that we think is cool. Grab your TMOS gear and support the show you love. Every purchase keeps the laughs coming. TMOSstore.com, the source for all things TMOS. If you haven't thought about this, you really help the show. I want to emphasize that angle. These are fundraisers, people. We need this support. So go get your merch for the holidays. Official, authentic, awesome. Thank you for your support, Possums. It's all happening at TMOSstore.com.
Hello.
The flip side.
Sports press conferences are pretty much cut and dry. You know, they almost know what you're going to get
Oh,
going
do you?
in.
It's a cliche fest.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And there's a guy for the Tampa Bay Lightning. You follow them a little bit, right, Mike?
I do. I don't follow the NHL in the regular season nearly as much as in the playoff season.
Their goalie is Andre, and I apologize in advance for the name, Vasilevsky, maybe? But
Absolutely. That's perfect.
He had an amazing game, shutout, perfect game. No one got anything by him, and they were asking him about this at the press conference. However, they lost focus on the perfect game, and I think the reason they lost focus, I think it was the fart.
Oh, from the goalie?
Last 48 hours
from
the end of the game on Saturday to the start of this one?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it wasn't great.
feeling last game, but
Start it again.
So it is a reporter. It's a reporter, and he
In the
picks
last
it at a
48
great
hours
moment.
from the end of the game on Saturday to the start of this one?
yeah, I mean, obviously it wasn't great feeling last game, but what was the question? yeah, mindset. Yeah, so yeah, just.
All right, you can lose that, Mac. You can lose it. And do you want to know how far we've come as a society, Mike? That
far?
video was carried by USA Today. And you
good
know
for
what?
them.
In the old days, USA Today would not touch that. But
Am
anyway.
I being obnoxious if I ask for a threefer?
No, I think
No,
it's
no,
okay. I think
Please
it's great.
play it again. Thank
Shoot
you.
it, Mac.
All right. This is too funny. Thank you very much.
8 hours from the end of the game on Saturday to the start of this one?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it wasn't great feeling last game, but what was the question?
Beautiful. What was the question? Oh, man.
I love a good showbiz story, especially when it involves two people that I think are pretty cool people.
Okay.
Eric Stone Street played Cam on Modern Family.
Funny
And
man.
I think that Modern Family might go down as one of the last great situation comedies
I would not disagree with you.
because I don't see it come. I don't see anything in the runway ahead of us that
Okay.
approaches it. But he talks in this interview about the time between the pilot and when they got picked up, which was, a dicey time. Once you shoot the pilot, you
Sure.
don't know if you're going to have a job for the next 10 years or not. But he got an amazing call from one of his co-actors, Ed O'Neill. And I think you will like this. This is a call after they shot the Modern Family pilot.
So I'm answering, hello, Eric. Yes, Ed O'Neill. Like, I'd worked with him for 8 days, but didn't know him. And my friend in the back seat's like, what? And I said, Ed, how are you? And he goes, Eric, the show's fantastic. I hadn't seen the show yet. I hadn't seen the pilot. Mm-hmm. He goes, you're fantastic. Eric, if this show isn't on 10 years, I don't know what the bleep I'm doing in Hollywood. Really? And I was like, wow, my God. And we talked for a little while longer. And honestly, I told Ed for, years and told so many people, like, well, when did you know it was going to be a hit? And I always go back to that moment where Ed O'Neill called me and told me if we weren't on the network for 10 years, what in the hell was he doing in Hollywood? And that's when I started to, imagine my life changing, all because of that phone call from Ed.
That is
great?
a great, insightful Hollywood story.
Yeah.
I love those. That
I
is
love
fantastic.
it. I love it. And I like both those guys, so it
Yeah.
makes me very,
Great
very
character.
But also, Ed had experienced success before.
He
Yeah,
knew. He
of
knew what a
course.
winner
Right?
was.
He knew
you know?
what was right and what was wrong. And he said,
Absolutely.
look, if we're not on for 10 years on a network level, then what the F am I doing here?
And I
just really
appreciate it.
quickly,
Yeah, go
Carla put
ahead.
up a video yesterday of giving a facial,
Yeah.
and she's wearing this sparkly top with her those leggings that she sells
Yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
and she says, "I never thought that I'd end up dressing like Peg Bundy."
That's funny. That's good. And Mike, this I think affects all of us because we all did 23andMe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There was a hack yesterday, and
Oh,
23andMe's
no.
data is everywhere.
The genetic testing company 23andMe confirmed yesterday that hackers recently stole personal data belonging to nearly 7 million customers. Users
Great.
of the site are reported to be feeling 88% violated and 12% Irish.
That's all I got for you today.
We got to get out of here. Don't forget, visit the TMOI store. We'd sure appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Hairline.
Oh, stop it.
Want more?
Ciao, ciao.
Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hi, I'm Moira Rose, and if you love fruit wine as much as I do, then you'll appreciate the craftsmanship and quality of a local vintner. who brings the muskmelon goodness to his oak Chardonnay, and the dazzling peach crab apple to his Riesling Rioja.
You're unstoppable.